This is ABC 7 News, Chicago's #1 news with Jose Sanders, Judy Sue, weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler, and Roz Barron's traffic. This is ABC 7 News this morning.
It is week 3 of the Drew Peterson murder trial, and today jurors are expected to hear from a forensic pathologist who conducted the second autopsy on Peterson's third wife, Kathleen Savio. After authorities exhumed Savio's body, pathologist Dr. Lawrence Bloom determined that Savio was murdered. His findings reversed the 2004 autopsy that had concluded she died from an accidental drowning. Peterson is accused of killing Savio. He is also a suspect in the disappearance of his fourth wife, Stacy. However, he has not been charged in that case. In the meantime, lawyers need 6 more jurors for Christopher Vaughn's trial. 12 jurors are in place so far. Vaughn is accused of gunning down his wife and 3 children back in June of 2007. Vaughn said his wife did it, then killed herself. Police say it was Vaughn who fired the shots and then purposely injured himself.
Well, both the Vaughn and Peterson trials are happening at the Will County Courthouse, and both high-profile cases being prosecuted by the Will County State's Attorney's Office.
To talk about the trials, we are joined by our legal expert, attorney Thomas Glasgow, this morning. Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning to you both.
Nice to have you here. Let's start with the Peterson trial, going into day 9 of testimonies. How do you think the prosecution is doing so far?
Prosecution has won some clear victories with regard to getting those hearsay statements into court. Last week, the judge ended up ruling that the jurors could hear about the bad acts and the bad things that Mr. Peterson had said to others during the course of Miss Savio's relationship. And we even heard one of the witnesses talk about how Peterson said, hey, I can make your death, or I can kill you and make it look like an accident, which is something that the juror is going to take into account during the course of this trial in conjunction with all the other evidence. Remember, this is a circumstantial case, and these are very circumstantial evidence, very powerful circumstantial evidence that is going to be brought against Mr. Peterson.
Well, is that what the defense is going to pound on, that it is only circumstantial?
No, the key witness today is going to be that forensic pathologist. The fact that there was already a finding that this was an accident, and now you've got someone who comes behind the person before them and finds out that it's a murder, or at least opines that it's a murder, is going to be hammered by the defense. And why did your opinion change? Why did it change? Did it change because Mrs. Peterson went missing, or did it change because there are new facts that are involved in this particular investigation? Were your findings, your scientific findings, colored by something from the outside or something that the police told you? That's something that they're going to keep hammering away at during the course of the cross-examination of this witness.
And Thomas, we've got to ask about the other big high-profile case going on right now. How unusual is that to have 2 huge cases going on at the same time, and can the state's attorney's office handle all of this?
Well, to answer your second question first, absolutely. High-profile cases are high-profile cases for the media. They're not so much high-profile cases for the attorneys involved. They realize when there's a big case such as these, you assign many attorneys to them because it's going to take a long period of time. Both cases have very experienced attorneys assigned to them, and Will County has many experienced prosecutors that can handle these types of cases. The fact that they're going on at the same time simply means that you've got 2 murders going on instead of 1. And the courtrooms are going to run the same. The felony courtrooms are going to run the same. The 25 felony assistants down there are going to continue prosecuting cases just as if it was, day 2, 3, and 4 of any other trial.
It's just a traffic jam in the hallway, right?
It's just a lot more people in there, yeah. And there's a lot more going on, clearly. And the pressure does affect prosecutors in these kind of cases as to, am I doing the right thing? Because they are being scrutinized at a much higher level. But this is just another day at the office for prosecutors.
Good deal. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming in this morning.
Good to see you guys.
6:08 right now. Let's check weather and traffic.